welcome. You're watching Changing India, the show which focuses on how new India is turning age-old problems into opportunities, giving us an idea of 21st century India. This week, we're focusing on the digital wave in the country and how the growing internet penetration is affecting governance, businesses and people's lives. One of the first priorities of the Modi government was to use technology to improve governance. That vision emerged in the form of the Digital India initiative that was launched in the year 2015. What is it all about? Well, take a look.
For long, the United States has been the preferred choice of destination to work for Indian geeks. So it shouldn't come as a surprise that Prime Minister Narendra Modi decided to capture hearts of these expats in his first of many rockstar addresses overseas.
मैंने कहा हमारे पूर्वज तो सांप के साथ खेलते थे, लेकिन हम माउस के साथ खेलते हैं.
Pointing at India's global domination in information technology, Modi hinted at bigger plans to bring India at the center stage of the next digital revolution. He subsequently detailed his vision at the launch of the Digital India Week in July 2015.
हम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक गुड्स को हिंदुस्तान में मैन्युफैक्चरिंग करने की दिशा में आगे बढ़ना चाहते हैं. अगर आईटी प्रोफेशनल्स हमारे हैं, दुनिया की आईटी कंपनियों में ढेर सारी मात्रा में भारतीय मूल के लोग नजर आते हैं. लेकिन क्या कारण है कि गूगल का इनोवेशन हमारे यहां नहीं होता है? क्या कारण है कि इनोवेशन बाहर होते हैं? डिजिटल इंडिया के माध्यम से हम देश के नौजवानों को इनोवेशंस के लिए आह्वान कर रहे हैं.
The vision is grand to digitize key government services such as land records, birth and death certificates, use big data to better target schemes and so on. But the Digital India dream still has a long way to go. Only a third of India's population actively uses the internet. India is ranked 105th in the world in terms of internet access speeds. Mobile phones are among the pillars of the Digital India dream, but mobiles have only penetrated 48% of the country. Despite that, the government and entrepreneurs are bullish over the Digital India vision. The financial technology sector is one such case study. Post-demonetization, the adoption of digital payments in urban India has skyrocketed. Digital payment company Paytm saw a growth of more than 250% in digital payments post-demonetization. The company has begun engaging with small merchants to onboard them onto the digital payment bandwagon.
Our target is to actually become the largest payment network in India, where we cater to these small shops who, even if they want, can't really get a debit or credit card POS machine at their premise.
The dream of Digital India is an ambitious one, where infrastructure and technology are still trying to catch up with the growing needs of a young population. That's the challenge that needs to be met for India to truly ride the digital wave. With Aditya Dhunna, Manoj Kevalramani, WION.
E-commerce is the first thing that comes to mind when we talk about internet having an impact on businesses. India has a massive consumer base, and that is the reason this sector has seen rapid growth. But that growth has not come without hiccups. WION's Kamran Ahmed brings us this report.
With an increasing number of Indians getting online, the shopping experience is fast changing from this to something like this. Online retail consumption in India is growing at a rate of nearly 18% per year. Estimates show that by 2020, India will be home to some 175 million online shoppers, with total online retail sales hitting the $17 billion mark. Yet, this industry is experiencing a paradox of sorts. At one level, there are bucks to be made, given India's market potential. This is evident by the aggressive approach of giants like Amazon and Alibaba. But at the same time, big players like Flipkart, Snapdeal, Urban Ladder, and the likes are struggling because of their inability to convert sales into profits. For instance, Flipkart's valuation has dipped from a high of $15 billion 3 years ago to $11.6 billion. As a result, what we are witnessing now is consolidation in the industry.
So there are two ways of looking at this Flipkart particular deal. Well, in this particular deal, the Tencent Holding, Microsoft and eBay, they have invested $1.4 billion in Flipkart. So this clearly shows that there is a lot of buoyancy in Indian market. Clearly, India is a ray of hope in an otherwise depressed market, and it's a big market also. Look at the size of the consumer market which India represent or will represent in the coming future. So clearly, next to China, India is a big market, and that's why all of these players are coming and investing in Flipkart because of clearly the growth which they will get in the coming few years.
What this means is that more upheaval is likely in the near future. But with China still a difficult market for international giants, India will continue to remain attractive. It is no surprise, thus, that analysts see a bright future for e-retail in India. Consumers are moving online, and as internet penetration and smartphone usage grow, so will e-commerce. What's important is how effectively companies leverage this opportunity. Kamran Ahmed, WION.
From e-retail, we move to e-learning. Yes, India is a big consumer market, but at the same time, it is a very young country. So leveraging this demographic dividend means ensuring quality education in the remotest corners of the country. This is the potential of e-learning and virtual classrooms, as my colleague Shubhankar Basu finds out.
Education in India is no longer just limited to the classroom. With internet access growing, learning today is interactive and often on the go. Despite the early resistance, educational institutions around the country have slowly begun adapting to the technological changes and have started to focus on digital learning options.
So now schools, like 5 years back when we used to go to schools were shying away, and it was very difficult to convince them about the digital education and the solutions which we give. But nowadays the situation is quietly reversed. I think it is the pressure from the society which has reached the schools. Now schools are under pressure from parents and from students to adopt better means, global means of imparting education in the classroom. So far as the digital solutions are concerned, there is a lot of change too. Like we used to develop digital content which was used for classroom teaching. But now it is focused at the student, and the digital solution which we supply to school has completely changed. So it has become interactive, engaging and adaptive. This is what a student wants.
Despite the e-learning sector in India being in its infancy, the country is still among the largest markets globally for e-learning. In fact, the sector is estimated to grow at 17% per year to hit a $1.29 billion valuation by 2018. However, ensuring that growth will mean tackling some basic concerns such as lack of connectivity.
First, the biggest challenge we are facing is the internet connectivity. Unfortunately, internet connectivity is a problem not only in the rural parts of India, but few of the major cities including Delhi. India is yet not ready for a 100% e-learning shift. As I said, we have started with 30% e-learning and 70% offline mode. In next few years times, I see that it will increase to around 50%. And so the model will work as a 50-50.
Beyond connectivity, managing costs, ensuring adequate infrastructure along with innovative and engaging courses are crucial to expanding the use of digital educational techniques and virtual classrooms. In New Delhi, Shubhankar Basu, WION.
Let's take a break here. When we return, we turn our attention to the various opportunities that has been presented by the digital wave to startups and bloggers, and also help us examine the cyber law framework of India, apart from analyzing the reasons behind internet addiction.